Happy Flosstube Friday, friends! My name is Kari. This is Tiger Lily Designs. Welcome to Flosstube episode number 28. Welcome to my studio. Today we've got some jam-packed. It's going to be super quick because I feel like the week has flown by. I know it's only been a week since I was here last. I feel like just blinked and here we are on Friday again, but I wanted to keep to my promise and come back in here and give you a little update. So today's video, I've got a little bit of stitching progress to show you, some whips I worked on this week. It's really just like two, but that's okay because I've got great stitching enabling in other forms. I had two sweet subscribers send me packages of Patriotic charts galore. I can't wait to share them with you. You're going to be excited. Hopefully you'll find something that you need to put in your wish list. I've also got the winners from last week's video. If you don't remember, I'm giving away 3 Tiger Lily Designs original bags. So I've got those winners and we're going to have a giveaway again today because why not? And then I have a little bit of a Project Keeper shop update. Today is June 10th. June 15th is when the keepers come out for this month. So I have a little bit of sneak peek for you at the end if you're interested. But without further ado, let's dig right into the stitching. So like I said, I didn't get too much stitching done in that it wasn't a big project, but it was a lot of stitching because it's dense and heavy. Look at my sweet little popsicles. They almost look like popsicles. I ran out of 5,200 like right in the worst time ever. But oh my goodness, aren't they the sweetest? A couple more days of just heavy, dense stitching and that one should be ready to go into the needs to be finished box. If you don't remember, let me just show you. This is Spooky and Steve. This is an Etsy shop that I featured during Mania. She's got some great patterns. Loved this one. So I stitched on that. I tried to get a finish for you guys last night, but my eyes just couldn't. My fingers, it was a long day yesterday, so I didn't get it, but it's close, so close. The other one, I know it's a Valentine themed Project Keeper, but it's not Valentine's themed. It is an oldie but a goodie. I don't think I've shown it in a while. I was held accountable by my sweet friend Sarah. She is just Johnny on it. So if you recall, I am doing a 12 days hashtag. I don't even remember what it, 12 and 22, 12. I'll put the hashtag down below. I don't remember what it is. Basically, it's the 12 days of Christmas. Vivsters is a sweet little pattern, but instead of stitching it all together, I am stitching it individual ornaments. Now my goal, 12 days, 12 months, I was trying to get them done by November 1st because that's when my tree goes up. I actually wanted to get them all stitched by like October 1st and then I'd have the month to finish them so they'd all be ready. But you know, life. So I am behind. You should go check out the hashtag. I will link it because there are a couple people that are on schedule. Yay for you. Sarah being one of them. But yeah, so remember, I load some. So I've already showed you some of these, but we'll just review, you know, partridge in a pear tree, 2 turtle doves, 3 French hens, 4, it's another bird. What was that one? I forget. You're yelling at me, I know. So what I did work on is not really that exciting. I was just doing framework. And you can see that I've loaded up some stitching. This is one, so I have some, like I gave you all this little tip a couple episodes ago, and I've actually been linked on a couple videos that you thought that tip was pretty handy, so that's cool. You know, I load up things that are solid stitching, like on the popsicle for sure, except I stitched all my loaded threads last night and then I ran out. You know, just repeat. You don't have to look at the pattern. You just rinse and repeat and go, go, go. And so I would load the threads so that I didn't have to think about where they started and where they go. So I was working on those ornaments. So I didn't get to month 5. Here we are, we're already in June. So I should be like done with 5 and 6. I'm working on the borders. So it's gonna come. I tried to find the time to chart Miss Mary, but it didn't happen. So, oh well, it's coming. I'm having fun. As I told you guys last week, it is just crazy studio time, trying to get busy, trying to get settled. I still have some boxes and buckets in here, and so it's hard to actually like start to work when you're surrounded by boxes. Let me show you some more stitching and then I'll give you a little bit more update. So I have no more finished stitching like with actual threads, but what I do have is two Stitchy haul stitch kindnesses. Yep. Words are hard. That came in the mail to me probably a while ago, and because they did, oh, pickles, I just dropped it. Okay, so this one came back in April, and I am so sorry that it took me so long to thank you here on Flosstube, but so sweet. Look at this hand card. I mean, I love it. I can't wait. One of the things that is definitely coming up in my studio is a bulletin board type thing to put all these sweet cards. These are my favorite part of the things you sent me. I'll just be honest. Your hand, and then this one, of course, I know because I used to stamp in a previous life. So this is hand stamped, and there's rhinestones, and she did the little puffy pods. I mean, time. I appreciate it. So this is from Debbie Sisk. Thank you so much, from Washington. She sent me over. At some point in one of my episodes, I was like, Patriotic party. And she's like, wait a minute. Throwing stuff on the floor. She says, I have some charts I want to share with you. So that's what we're going to do today, is I'm going to show you the things that Debbie sent me. And some of these are going to be the giveaway for today. Get excited. Okay, so let's just start off with the bang. This one is Salute to America by Pickleberry Designs, my soldier, my hero, my love. How sweet is that? It comes with the floss, Sullivan's floss. I've never stitched with that, but this is so sweet. This is giveaway number 1. So you need to use the word pickle. I love it. So use the word pickle in your comment if you want to be entered to win this chart. Remember, to enter into the giveaways, you need to like, subscribe, and comment using that particular word that I mentioned. Now, not all of these are going to be giveaways. I'm actually going to save some and stitch them. And then after I stitch them, I will, of course, share them with you guys past the stash. And this is one of those that I'm so excited to add to my Patriotic Need to Be Stitched pile. Land of the Free by Little House Needleworks. I've never seen it, but how sweet is that? Such a sweet little chart. I'm excited for that to go into my Patriotic Needs to Be Stitched pile. This is the East Coast Little House Needleworks. It's chart number 5 from the series From Sea to Shining Sea. How sweet is that? I've never seen this series. It's got a row of 5 houses down below. This one's got the flag floating or held up high on the flagpole. And the Sea to Shining Sea. Such a sweet little pattern. This one comes with the floss. I'm not quite sure what kind of floss it is, but it looks super sweet. Butterscotch, mud pie, dark brown. It doesn't say. Classic Colorworks have paired, well, it must be Classic Colorworks colors, but before they were actually labeled and had nice, pretty things. So this one is going to be another giveaway for today. This one is going to use the word East. It's called the East Coast. So use the word East if you want to be entered into that one. This is a sweet pattern that I'm excited to stitch. Look at that. Welcome by Needle Bling Designs. Sweet little Dobo pillow. Only measures 26 by 107. That should stitch up pretty quick. Not for Garden Farm. I love this. I've never seen this. So many of these I've never seen. Flag Folk. Oh my gosh, those are adorable. 15 inches by 15 inches. Well, that sounds big. 153 by 162. I wouldn't have thought that. Wow. I'll have to hold on to that one and see what I think about that one. This one is fantastic. It's a little too full coverage for me, so get excited. I'm going to share with you. It's Cooler Classic Charts, Old Glory Big Stitch. And that's no joke. That's full coverage. Doesn't show me the stitch count. Yeah, I don't really want to open it. It looks like it's never been opened. Did you even stitch this, Debbie? I don't know. Oh my gosh. First of all, the chart is gorgeous. Nice big symbols. I've never heard of this company, but those symbols are fantastic. I don't even think I need my glasses. Okay, I don't want to dig too far, so I don't know the exact stitch count. But just from the looks of it, it looks like it's gonna be a big one. That's exciting. My Big Toe cross stitch designs called America the Beautiful. Never seen that little sweet sampler. It's 115 by 147. Patriotic Wishes by Blue Ribbon Designs. Have you seen these before? How sweet are they? It's a set of 6, she calls it Patriotic Wishes Volume 1 Holiday Ornaments. She did them in a little pillow, it looks like a little pillow finish. When it's on 28 count, the design size measures 3 3/4 by 4 inches. So it's almost a 4-inch square. If you bump up to a 32, it would fit nicely in one of those 4-inch square frames, or you could do it as pillows for your dough bowl, or they had little ornament hang tags. That's how they did back in 2006. How vintage is that? Oh my goodness, this one's fantastic. Threadwork Primitives, and it's called Happy 4th. Love that. That will be such a sweet little pillow. I've had this on my wish list. I'm so excited to do. I've done one stocking ever, and it was one of those Blackbird holiday book ones. Sorry for the glare in my window. Sorry, not sorry. I love my windows. Betsy's stockings. So sweet that is. 4th of July picnic by Samplers Not Forgotten. This one measures 130 by 100. These are deceptually big. Oh my goodness. And Whispered by the Wind in Congress. Wow. Look at that fantastic sampler. Sampler-esque. It's not really a sampler, but it looks very sampler-esque. Look at those flags. Those are fantastic. I might just stitch the flags by themselves with the little eagle hot tops, and just, that would be a sweet little dough bowl pillow. That might not be quite as big as the whole thing. 114 by 179. So sweet. So thank you so much, Debbie. I'm excited to share the 2 for today's giveaways, but of course there'll be more to come later on that I will add to my giveaway pile. We'll have an extravaganza giveaway sometime soon. So those came, and she also sent me these sweet handmade, like I said, my favorite thing are the cards that are handmade, and I can't wait to give them a special place in my studio for appreciation. But not only did she make me handmade cards with the sweet little handwritten note, favorite, these little bling tags, and of course I don't have anything to hold up behind it but look at these sweet hand done. Look at the dress, okay, but look at this little girl stitching and the beadwork and the tassel work. It looks like she handmade this tassel with floss. Totally love it. It's got a little disheveled in the shipping. That's okay. It's gonna smooth out perfect. And it's got a ring, and she did a zigzag at the details on this. Gorgeous. I don't know if she has an Etsy shop. She didn't reference it. I will check to see if she does. I will link her down below, but she might just be someone who makes things to send them to people. I don't know. I feel so honored. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful artwork with me. I can't wait to give it a prominent place of appreciation. One more pile that came to me, so sweet, and this sweet little card. This one came from Judy. She was also sending some charts that she was either stitched and done with. She wanted to pass the stash. I'm excited and honored that she chose me to help send them along. This is Liberty House Sampler by Heart and Hand. That is such a sweet little pattern. I'm excited to stitch that one. Look at this Little House Needleworks Harvest, Autumn Harvest. That's a sweet little finish. A Tisket, a Tasket. That's a sweet little pattern by Brenda Gervais. Schoolhouse Sampler. Oh my gosh, last day of school is coming. We still have one more week here, but it's close. This one comes with the fabric and the little apple charm. How sweet is that? Stars and Stripes. It's a little sweet needle house Little House Needleworks pattern. Bless Our Land. You know, I love me some Plum Street and Paulette. This is such a sweet little finish. 74 by 74. Well, that one shouldn't take too long. I might have to kit that one up real quick. How cute is that? And this blue house, I have an Aurifil floss in this blue that came in my welcome kit that I showed you last week. And I need to do a June project. And that house might be this blue and it might be perfect. We'll see. Okay, a couple more for you. Chessie and Me. This is a sweet little Door Country sampler. And then one more, Thread Gatherings. I've never seen this one either. That's my favorite thing about when people share some of their older charts with me. First of all, you know, I haven't been doing this for 20 years. I was having the babies and doing that thing. But so now that I'm in it, I love some of these designs, even though they're like 10 or 15 years old, they're still super fantastic and relevant, and I love them. And so that's the exciting part. They kind of like never go out of style, or at least I don't think so. So that's fun. So I showed you my stitching. I showed you some stitching enabling. Thank you for the haul, both Judy and Debbie. I'm excited. Those are coming. Let me get the winner for last week's video. Okay, so if you recall last week's video, I showed you guys some Tiger Lily D-stash that I had found during my unpacking process. And I was like, let's share some love. So I had 3 of these zipper pouches. We're going to be giving those away. And so I did the random comment picker last week to get the 3 winners. And I've got them. Sarah Wren, Moby, and Sharon Edmondson. Let me hold that right there. If you see your name on the post-it or you heard me call your name, congratulations, Sarah, Mo, and Sharon. Contact me below. My email is in the drop-down box. Send me an email saying, hey, I'm so-and-so and I won. And I will get these out in the mail to you, lickety-split. And that is that. So I've got the 2. Remember, we've got the 2 patterns as the giveaways for this week's video. I showed them during the haul. There were 2 of them. Pickle and East were the words. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and comment if you want to enter into win either one of those charts. Good luck. And let me give you just a little bit of update, not too much. So last week I told you guys that I was going to be making a trip to Ikea, and I did. It's a little overwhelming. I haven't been there since I don't know how long. I could have brought you along, just in case you're ever, at least in my world, Friday afternoon at like 2:30, 3 o'clock, because it's right there on like one of those super highways that gets crazy congested during rush hour. So I guess at 3 o'clock, I mean, I was crazy to go at that time, but it didn't take me too much longer to get there. But there was nobody there. Like, I've never been in an Ikea where I can actually like push a cart and not wait and bump into things. It was fantastic. But the only thing I came home with was one set of Alex drawers that I then assembled. And here's a little time. I'm going to show you a little time-lapse video. You know, I wish it would only take me 32 seconds to put it together. It took me about an hour and a half. But that's okay. It's fantastic. It was testing it out to see whether the Alex drawers on wheels was going to be something that I could like do a whole tabletop. So the moral of the story is that the studio is definitely still a Frankenstein work in progress right now. The bookshelves are in, yay. But in front of me is now 2 6-foot folding tables. My desk is a 6-foot folding table. I did get my vintage sewing cabinet that I thrifted up and running, got my sewing machine on it, because I've been sewing Project Keepers. So that's the last thing I want to show you. So remember, Project Keepers, June 15th is when they come out. If you're excited, if you don't want to know the setup update, that's all the stitching, that's all the things I have. So I will see you next week. But if you want a little bit of shop update, a little sneak peeks of what's coming, because it's going to be up and coming prior to next week's video. And if they go like they've gone in the past, they'll be sold by then. So, and I don't want you to miss out in case you want some. So this is the vintage stitching. Of course, none of them are finished. Let's just be honest. They're all in different stages of production. And so this project keeper is in the cover stage. And so this is the vintage stitching so that I was able to cut into a linen tablecloth. I had a perfect, the coordination on this blue fabric. Yes, I brought the stitching to the fabric store, so it didn't just work out perfectly like that. I did plan it that way, but that's okay because it's perfect and the interior fabric is going to be fantastic as well. So I'll have 4 of these with the vintage stitching. That's how many of the vintage stitchings I was able to get from that tablecloth. I love giving new life to this stitching. I've got some new stitching coming in the mail from some subscribers and some friends who are sharing, who have found their grandmothers or their aunts or their great aunts or whomever's vintage stitching under the bed when they're cleaning their houses. They found it and they want to give it a new life, and they're trusting me to give it a new life and share with you guys. I'm honored. So these are 2 other fun summery pattern fabrics that I had. Like I said, they're not all done yet. You can see there's no binding on this one yet, but this one's closer to being done. So look at this mushroom fabric, so sweet. This one's going to be one of my floss keeper kind. So their bobbins are ready to go. So there are 20 bobbin holders, and then there's the zip pocket. I just have to add the binding to this one, and then she's ready to go. So there's going to be 4 of those, 2 with bobbins and 2 with double zips. The flamingo, nothing says summer like flamingos. So this fun, funky flamingo fabric spoke to me. Again, I grabbed another bobbin one. There's going to be 2 bobbins and 2 double zips on this one. So 4 flamingos, 4 mushrooms. And then yesterday, I just couldn't help myself. In the quilt world, sometimes I make quilts and they have these edgings, and I keep all fabric scraps. Like, that is probably the biggest storage conundrum, is trying how to store your quilting fabric scraps. Storing fabric, like, I need to go get some more fabric. Look, there's holes. But storing fabric is easy. I put it on comic boards, I wrap it up. If it's more than a half a yard, it goes on the comic board. If it's less than a half a yard, that is where the system is not perfect yet. I've got a fat quarter system. That's one system. But then when you get down into the scrappity scraps, it gets crazy. Anyway, the moral tangent. So I wanted to show you guys, I had some rainbow. If you remember, I did a rainbow project bag tutorial a while ago now. It's been a while. But with that, I had some extra rainbow sashes. And I was like, you know what? I think, and so I was right, I was able to get 3, like I said, different stages, but I've got 3 rainbow themed project keeper covers. That the covers have been sewn, and that's as far as we've gotten so far. But it's only the 10th. I'm swimming in time. I'm not, because I need to finish them, sew them, picture them, list them, all by the 15th at 1 p.m. Sleep is going to be overrated here in the next couple of days, but that's okay. But I've got at least, I'm trying. I'm going to try to get all these things done that I'm showing you, at least, and then maybe more. We'll just have to see how much sleep I really do need. Man, coffee. Just do it, right? That's my shop update. That's my stitching update. It's short and sweet today. Well, not too sweet because I chitty chatty a little bit, but that's it. So thanks for joining me. Again, the Project Keeper update is on June 15th at 1 p.m. Set your alarm, set your timer if you have any interest. Or remember, if you sew or you quilt and you feel like you can do it and you don't want to buy a finished one, I sell the PDF pattern too. So maybe that's more your jam. Either way, all the links are down below. It will take you to my website. That's what I've got for you today, friends. So I hope you like, subscribe, and comment here. Follow me on Instagram, and otherwise I'll see you next week. Happy stitching.